Telephone survey script, a step-by-step guide for your business. How would you like to know? To get your customers to actually take your surveys and even enjoy providing you with the feedback. How to get better results from your surveys. Unless you follow the exact order of the script, your attempt at random points will not yield you the results you deserve. 1. Use the person's name immediately they pick up the call. This is crucial. Using their name soon and often causes them to listen more closely to your message. Good morning. Is Mr. John there? 2. Introduce yourself and your company. As soon as you have the right person on the line, identify yourself in warm and friendly tones. This is Fred from Business Startup Buddies. Then move immediately into your market survey approach. 3. State your purpose and ask the first survey question. Do this without pause between purpose and question. Use a pleasant tone that invites a conversational reply. Your first survey question should get right at whether or not they are interested in what you are marketing. I'm conducting a market survey. It will only take a moment. Do you mind telling me whether you presently own a business? 4. If they say no, with many products and services, getting a no at this point is great. With others, it means that you should pleasantly end the call and go on to the next one. If you're looking for a no, here, carefully rehearse how you'll handle it. Frame your next questions to invite conversational replies that give you critical information and help to establish rapport. Would you like to own a business sometime in the future? And if so, would you prefer an online business or a brick-and-mortar business? Anytime you have a friendly conversation with folks who turn out not to be emotional and logical candidates for your offering, ask them for a referral. If you are working on a good list, they are very likely to have a friend or two who is precisely the kind of prospect you are looking for. For example, if the list you are prospecting from is Teachers Association, ask them if any of their friends at the association might be interested in having a brochure mailed to them on whatever you are marketing. 5. If they say yes, we own a business. Oh, fine. May I ask what type it is? After this step, your prospecting call can go off in any of several different directions. And how our business consultant salesman would handle them is of no concern to us. Here, what's important is to outline the answers you are likely to get and rehearse how you will handle each one of them. Organize your response to each answer so you continue to work toward a time to meet the people, toward getting permission to send them a brochure, or to the realization they are not a good candidate for your offering, so you should say a cordial goodbye. 6. Ask how long they have owned or used it. Find out where they are on the average buying itch cycle. The importance of this step speaks for itself. 7. Discover what they like about their present one. Here are some of the questions you might ask if they own a product or use a service similar to what you're selling. Are you happy with the accuracy and promptness of your current business consultant service provider? Is your telephone system doing everything you want it to? What do you like most about your present sewing machine? Find out how people feel about what they presently own, what they like, and what they would like to change. When you know that, you know how good your chances are of happily involving them in your company's latest version of that necessity. And you can see exactly how to go about involving them, because you know what's important to them. It is important to ask the question in positive terms. What do you like most about current offer? Why is it important to be positive here? For 3 reasons. 1. People feel less threatened when you ask what they like, as opposed to asking what they don't like. 2. They are more likely to tell you what they don't like if you don't ask them directly. 3. You must be very careful about exciting their brand loyalty, unless, of course, you are selling the brand they are loyal to. You are looking for qualities and standards at which your product or service can outperform whatever they have now. If they like speed and your latest model is faster than the old one they own, you have found a strong emotional urge toward buying. When you strike one of these urges in a prospecting call, book an appointment to demonstrate your offering. Don't talk to them about buying it. Talk to them about experiencing its speed or whatever their urge is. You want them to see, feel, touch, and operate it. That's all you want at this point. Not until they have sniffed the leather and heard the engine purr can you safely mention owning it. 8. Carefully uncover their negative feelings. Unless they have some, you are running into heavy brand loyalty that requires careful handling. Never work yourself into a situation where you are knocking what they presently own, because that is knocking their judgment. There's no quicker way to kill your chances than to let your prospects know you think they are dummies for owning the product or using the service that they have already invested in. Ask for the vital negative information in a positive way that relieves prospects of any need to defend their previous decisions. What would you like to see changed in your company's health insurance program? Are there any features your present conveyor system doesn't have that would be helpful to you? What improvements would make your present machine more efficient in your operation? With the market survey, you are searching for unsatisfied needs. You are trying to find something about their present product or service that your item can do better. If you can give them more of what they want, this ability of your product is something added or improved since they bought their present product, or something in which your product or service was superior to what they bought all along. They just didn't know about it when making the decision to buy from the competition. In the first case, something added or improved. You are bringing them good news. You can now resolve a challenge for them that you couldn't solve when they acquired their present item. You can praise what they have now as being an excellent choice for its time, which has now passed. In the second case, your product or service was better all along. But you have to cope with a situation that at best is delicate and at worst is explosive. There's no place for careless comment here. Thousands of sales are lost by overconfident salespeople who have logic on their side, so they forget emotion. Then they can't close. Usually, they don't know why. The reason is simple: the prospect won't accept the emotional distress involved in admitting a mistake. In many cases, the only way to replace the competitive product or service with your own is to make a convincing statement along these lines. You think the prospects made a wise decision when they invested in what they now have. Given all the circumstances and force at the time, they did the right thing then. But in the changed circumstances that now prevail, the right thing today is to upgrade to your offering. 9. Introduce the strong points of your offering. We all love to sell a basic competitive advantage, if we have one. But some of the most challenging and rewarding sales positions involve products or services that don't have any simple and easily described superiority over their competition. If you do have a basic competitive advantage, drop it on the prospect at about this point. In your survey, is your present supplier giving you next morning delivery? 10. Closing for the opportunity to meet them. As you conclude the telephone market survey with the prospect, thank them for their help. Then ask, could I mail you a brochure on our latest model? If they say yes, they of course have to give you their address or telephone number. If you don't have it, or confirm that the address you do have is their current one. With the qualifying you have already done, you may decide that this contact is too good to let this momentum be lost in the mail shuffle. Use fast delivery of the brochure as your entree to meeting the prospect. After talking with you, Mr. John, I feel that you have a desire to know more about this new development. With your permission, rather than wait for the mail, I will drop the brochure by this afternoon. So, you can take a quick look at it, and because I know your time is valuable, if you have any questions, I will be right there to answer them. Would around 2 or 3 o'clock be the best time for you? Thanks for watching and subscribe to the channel to enjoy more informative videos like this.